Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here, and today we'll be diving into the Ultimate Werewolf Bonus Roles that can be added to any of Bezier Games' Ultimate Werewolf series of games. I'll be showing you how to incorporate these roles into your games and then discuss some of the roles in detail. I'll also show you how you can use these while moderating with the notepad or by using the Ultimate Werewolf Moderator app. Now I've placed timestamps below me right in the description of this video just in case you want to jump to a specific section of the video. Well, let's get started. In order to play with these bonus roles, you'll need to have a base set of one of the Ultimate Werewolf series of games. And if you haven't yet played one of the base games like Ultimate Werewolf Extreme, you can click the link below and there is a rule school video about how to play and how to become a good moderator. The rules in this set provide all sorts of new abilities that will keep your Ultimate Werewolf games fresh and exciting. Though it's tempting, be careful not to add too many roles at one time to your games, as most players can't track more than 2 to 3 new roles per game. Add too many roles at once, and the players will end up spending more time talking about what the roles are and trying to remember how they work instead of playing the game. Many of these roles result in entirely different experiences when they're mixed in with other specific roles, so be sure to try each of them out with a variety of other roles to get a good idea of how they all work. You can always tell you have a bonus role because in the bottom left-hand corner there is a black mark. You can refer to the bonus roles reference that comes with the game to learn additional information about each of the roles that isn't already on the cards. So now let's dive into some of these new roles. For example, the Big Bad Wolf, where each night, along with the other werewolves, you'll get to choose a player to eliminate, but while you remain in the game, the werewolves may eliminate 2 adjacent players. And adjacency means the 2 players chosen for elimination must be seated directly next to each other, and eliminated players do not count for this. And the wolves may always choose to eliminate a single player instead of 2 of them, and the targeted players are eliminated in the morning in the same order that they were targeted by the wolves. Now the exposer, they wake up every night. And one night per game, they can target a player, and the next day, that player's role is exposed. Now in real life it goes like this. The moderator would say, "Exposer, wake up. Would you like to expose anyone?" Then the exposer either points at another player or shakes their head no or just ignores the moderator. If they point at someone, the role will be public the next day so everyone will know that the exposer used their power and there's no need to wake up the exposer again. The Illuminati is an independent role that learns everyone's role on the first night of the game and then wins simply by staying in the game until there are 3 or few players left. Now the moderator should have all the roles in the game written down as you see here and a player name next to each of them, including even the plain villagers, and they show this pad to the Illuminati for 30 seconds. Now having all that information is incredibly powerful, but using that information is high risk because it's in everyone else's interest to eliminate the Illuminati before the end of the game. It's tricky to play well, but super satisfying to pull it off. In a way, it's equivalent of the Tanner in the One Night Ultimate Werewolf series, except in this case, you have to pretend you don't know anything while secretly puppet mastering all of the other players. With the illusion artist, each night they get to choose a player and the seer will view that player as opposite that night. Now you'll want to make sure you mark your notepad in some way, shape, or form to remember this. For example, if the illusion artist pointed to Ted and the seer, who was Kat, wanted to see what Ted was, he's really a werewolf, this would help me remember that I would show that it's a villager. And then when it becomes the next night, maybe you color this in and you make another plus sign for Allie, for example. And you can use your own notation way that you see fit. There's also an Ultimate Werewolf Moderator app, and this is available for a free download on your platform's app store. And in the settings of this app, up at the top, you can select the Ultimate Werewolf bonus roles up there in the middle or deselect it. But selecting it allows those roles to be incorporated into the ones that you can select and use in the app. Now when facilitating these new roles in the app, as you can see, I have the roles here that I showed you from the moderator pad earlier. Now at night, here at the bottom, it says Illusion Artist, wake up, choose a player, and the seer will view that player as opposite to night. So instead of marking it on your moderator pad, you can literally, earlier I said, well, they looked at Ted as a werewolf, it says mark role. You click that and notice it put the mark of Janice, who is the illusion artist. And so that just helps you remember that if the seer does pick Ted, well, then you'll say the opposite. And when facilitating the Illuminati, you can see here all the roles and all the names, and you would simply secretly show this to that player, and they get to look at this for 30 seconds. Now, if you want to learn more about using this app, there's a separate video that goes into all of the details of that, and that link also is below in the description of this video. Now let's talk about the bonus items. One of them is the sandwich. Now it's given to the first player that's eliminated from the werewolves. So let's say the werewolves eliminated this villager. The sandwich gets to get given to this player and they get to pass it to anybody else. So let's say they pass it to this player. Now this player was eliminated. So now if the werewolves decide to try to eliminate the player with the sandwich, well, they don't get eliminated. The werewolves just eat the sandwich anyways, and this gets discarded. Now, next time the werewolves try to eliminate this player, they're eliminated as normal. Now, the sandwich should not be used in games with fewer than 10 players. And the sandwich is not transferable from one player to another. Now, the charm is given to a werewolf that is eliminated on the first day. And then this player, now that they're eliminated, they will give this to any one player. Now this player was eliminated. Now this will protect this player from being also eliminated on any day. If they get the most votes, instead of them being eliminated, the charm is destroyed. Now if that charm gets destroyed, it also ends the day, putting the village to sleep. And even if there were more than one vote planned for the day, because of a role like the troublemaker, for example. And the charm is not transferable from one player to another, and you should not use this in games with fewer than 3 wolves. Well, I hope this helped you dive right into the ultimate werewolf bonus roles. Now, if you have any further questions about the roles, I've placed a link below me right in the description of this video. That's the best place to ask them since I'll be notified, but so will Bezier Games.